Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host, and today we're diving into Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf, a novel that unfolds over the course of a single day in London, yet reaches across time, memory, and the soul. Through a stream of consciousness style that changed literature forever, Woolf invites us into the inner lives of her characters, revealing the ordinary moments that carry extraordinary depth. This is a book about time, identity, love, loss, and the quiet beauty and aching loneliness of being alive. Let's walk through this elegant, haunting day together so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. The story begins one fine June morning with Clarissa Dalloway, a wealthy woman in her 50s, stepping out into the streets of London to buy flowers for the party she's hosting that evening. On the surface, she's the perfect hostess, composed, charming, thoughtful about guest lists and finger foods. But beneath that polished exterior lies a deep well of reflection and yearning. As she walks through the city, memories flood her mind, of her youth at Bourton, of her first love, of roads not taken. Clarissa is not alone in her musings. Woolf guides us seamlessly between the perspectives of multiple characters, showing how their inner thoughts intersect and echo one another, even if their paths never quite cross. One of the most powerful threads belongs to Septimus Warren Smith, a young war veteran suffering from what we now recognize as PTSD. He sees visions, hears voices, and feels estranged from the bustling city around him. Once a sensitive and poetic man, he now feels utterly disconnected from life, haunted by the horrors of war and by the death of his beloved friend and fellow soldier, Evans. As Septimus drifts through London with his devoted wife, Lucrezia, he struggles to make sense of a world that feels hollow and hostile. Doctors dismiss his pain, prescribing rest and silence instead of compassion. His storyline is a painful counterpoint to Clarissa's, both of them navigating lives that feel at once beautiful and unbearable, both haunted by what time has taken and what it has left behind. Meanwhile, Clarissa prepares for her party but finds herself revisiting the most poignant moments of her past. Her deep and complicated friendship with Sally Seton, her choice to marry the pragmatic Richard Dalloway rather than the passionate and unpredictable Peter Walsh, and the way her youthful idealism has gradually given way to a quieter, more socially acceptable kind of life. When Peter, now back from India, visits her unexpectedly, their conversation stirs up feelings she had long tucked away. It's clear they still share a deep connection, even though their lives have followed different paths. As the day unfolds, time becomes a character in itself. Big Ben chimes throughout the novel, a constant reminder of mortality, of structure, of how fleeting each moment is. And yet, within those fleeting moments, Woolf reveals entire universes of emotion and memory. A glance, a street, a flower, all hold layers of meaning that ripple backward and forward through each character's life. When the party finally begins that evening, Clarissa plays her part as the gracious hostess, surrounded by London's elite. But her thoughts keep drifting, toward aging, toward the question of what her life has amounted to, toward the choices she's made. Then news arrives at the party. A man she doesn't know, Septimus Smith, has died by suicide, leaping from a window to escape the doctors who would have institutionalized him. Though they never meet, Clarissa feels an unexpected connection to him, even a sense of kinship. His death strikes her not just as a tragedy, but as a defiant act of authenticity, a refusal to be silenced or diminished. In that moment, Clarissa experiences a quiet awakening. She steps out alone for a breath of night air, contemplating the fragile, luminous thread of existence, and feels a renewed awareness of what it means to be alive, to truly feel, to truly see. Mrs. Dalloway is not about grand plot twists. It's about the inner tides that shape a person's life, about how the past is always walking beside us, and how even in the most ordinary day, there are moments of extraordinary intensity. Woolf's prose flows like thought itself, tangled, luminous, full of contradiction, and she shows us that the mind, in all its complexity, is the true setting of every story. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this reflective journey through Mrs. Dalloway, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading, and remember, even the quietest day can contain a whole world.